Welcome to Animal Stories 1957, where we explore the heartwarming bond between a loving mother cat and her dreaming kitten. Our story begins on a sunny morning as a small, fluffy kitten stares with wide eyes at a sparkling toy shop. Inside the glass window stands a magnificent red scooter, shining bright and calling out to the heart of the little one. The kitten presses his paws against the cold glass, dreaming of riding the wind, but knowing the price is too high. His mother arrives softly beside him, seeing the longing in his eyes and the heavy price tag attached to the dream. She opens her old purse quietly, only to find empty space and a few copper coins that are not nearly enough. They walk home in silence, but while the kitten feels sadness, a spark of determination ignites within the mother's loving heart. That night, as her little one sleeps and dreams of the scooter, the mother stays awake planning a way to help. The next morning brings new hope, as she finds a job listing for a helper at the local ice cream shop. She stands before the colorful shop, taking a deep breath of courage, ready to do whatever it takes for her son. The shop is bright and busy, and the owner listens carefully as she explains her willingness to work very hard today. With a nod of approval, the owner hires her on the spot, handing over a crisp apron and a uniform hat. She ties the apron strings tight and adjusts her hat, transforming herself from a mother into a dedicated ice cream server. The metal scoop feels heavy in her paw, but she grips it firmly, knowing that this tool builds her son's dream. Her first customer arrives with a big smile, and she greets the little bear with warmth and professional service attitude. The frozen treat is hard to scoop, requiring strength she didn't know she had, but she manages to roll it perfectly. A perfect sphere of rich chocolate lands on the crispy cone, a masterpiece of sweetness created by her determined hands. She adds a shower of colorful sprinkles on top, watching the young customer's eyes light up with pure joy and excitement. The first coins are placed into a special glass jar, marking the beginning of her journey toward the red scooter. Word spreads quickly about the delicious ice cream, and soon a long line of eager animals forms outside the shop. She scoops strawberry, vanilla, and mint, a rainbow of flavors passing through her tired but steady paws all afternoon long. A splash of cream lands on her nose, making her laugh for a moment before she wipes it away and continues. The sun climbs higher in the sky, and the heat intensifies, making the work even more exhausting for the mother. Her sweat begins to form on her brow and her arms ache, but she refuses to slow down or take a break. She even stretches high on her toes to serve a tall giraffe family, going to great lengths for every customer. Glancing out the window, she sees children playing and is reminded of her own son waiting for his dream to come true. A vision of her kitten riding the red scooter flashes in her mind, giving her a sudden burst of fresh energy. She returns to work with renewed vigor, her scoops becoming faster and her service even more cheerful than before. The glass jar is filling up, halfway there now, with each coin representing a drop of sweat and a lot of love. A group of demanding customers arrives with complicated orders, testing her patience and her ability to keep everything under control. She handles the pressure with grace, carefully layering nuts, caramel, and cherries exactly as they requested without a single mistake. While impressed by her skill, the customers leave a generous tip, bringing the level of coins in the jar significantly higher. The afternoon sun begins to dip lower, casting a golden-orange glow over the shop as the day nears its end. Her legs are trembling from hours of standing, and she leans against the counter for just a moment of relief. The kind owner notices her fatigue and brings her a glass of cold water, offering a silent nod of encouragement. Refreshed by the water and the kindness, she looks at the jar again and sees that she is incredibly close. The final customers of the long day are a couple of penguins who order 2 large cones to take home. Summoning her last bit of strength, she crafts 2 magnificent cones, ending her shift on a high note of excellence. As the shop sign is flipped to closed, she unties her apron and wipes her brow, smiling with pure satisfaction. Together with the owner, she pours the heavy jar onto the counter. and the coins clinking like a beautiful symphony of success. The owner hands her the day's wages and insists she keep every single coin from the tip jar for herself. She holds the heavy bag of coins to her chest, her eyes filling with tears because she knows she did it. She rushes through the twilight streets, running back to the toy store before it closes for the night. Just as the shopkeeper is locking up, she arrives breathless but triumphant, ready to make the most important purchase ever. She pours her hard-earned coins onto the counter, and the shopkeeper smiles, understanding the love behind this pile of change. The red scooter is hers now, wrapped in a shiny ribbon, and she carries it home with pride in her step. Walking home under the streetlights, she feels no fatigue, only the anticipation of seeing her son's happy face very soon. And she arrives home to find her little kitten waiting quietly in the living room, looking a bit lonely and sad. She hides the magnificent gift behind her back and calls out his name with a voice full of secret joy. He looks up, and in a magical moment, she reveals the shiny red scooter right there in the living room. For a second, he is stunned, but then he jumps into the air, squealing with pure delight and absolute disbelief. He rushes to hug his mother's legs tight, purring loudly to show his immense gratitude for her wonderful surprise gift. She bends down to embrace him, and in that warm hug, every hour of hard work becomes completely worth it. The next morning is bright and clear as the kitten puts on his helmet and wheels his new treasure outside. He pushes off the ground, and the scooter glides smoothly, carrying him forward with the wind blowing through his fur. Mother Cat sits on a nearby bench, watching him zoom by, at her heart swelling with pride and deep contentment. He learns quickly, weaving through the park paths with skill, feeling the freedom that he had only dreamed of before. Other little animals stop to watch him ride, looking on with admiration at his shiny red scooter and happy smile. He pauses at the corner to wave excitedly at his mom, and she waves back, her eyes shining with love. The joy on his face is brighter than the sun, a perfect moment of childhood happiness captured in time forever. For a fleeting moment, she remembers the aching paws and the heat of the shop, but the memory fades quickly. Seeing him so happy now, she knows that the struggle was merely a small price to pay for this joy. He skates back to the bench and playfully invites his mother to stand on the scooter and try it herself. She laughs heartily and carefully places one paw on the deck, sharing a moment of playful fun with her son. The park is filled with their laughter as they enjoy the beautiful afternoon, bonded by love and a red scooter. As the sun begins to set, painting the sky in shades of purple and pink, they decide to head home. Walking side by side, the kitten pushes his scooter while chatting excitedly about his adventures to his listening mother. He holds her paw tight and looks up, his eyes expressing a deep gratitude that words cannot fully describe. She gently pats his head, feeling a profound sense of peace, knowing she could provide this happiness for him. Back in the safety of their home, the scooter is parked carefully, a symbol of love standing in the corner. While she prepares a warm dinner, the kitten helps out, still buzzing with the energy of his wonderful day. They share a simple but delicious meal under the warm yellow light, their hearts full and their spirits lifted high. Exhausted from all the excitement and exercise, the little kitten falls fast asleep on the soft sofa almost immediately. She covers him with a warm blanket and places a gentle kiss on his forehead, whispering a soft good night. Thank you for watching this story of love and sacrifice on Animal Stories 1957. Goodbye, and see you next time.